Hello everybody and welcome back to our Wednesday videos. All our Wednesday videos are going to be based on our garden. As you can see, we've got some of it tidied up and everything, and what I mostly do in my garden is containers, so you're going to be seeing a lot of that once I clean out all these containers and get new plants and flowers and everything in. I'm going to have some veg and everything in the garden as well as the allotment. We're going to be working on our garden, so all the new Wednesday videos are going to be done out in the garden, showing you what you can do if you've got a small garden or balcony or whatever. Then you can work from there. So the first thing what I want to do, I've got my second main crop potatoes, and I've got some onions. I've got these two big containers here, and as you can see I've got some old twigs down the bottom. You can use all these old twigs as long as it's not something that's gonna come back. And I've got another one here. I'm going to be putting my onions in here, and I've got some potatoes as well what I'm going to be putting out, so I'm going to be showing you the process of that. I've got another container here which was my onions from last year. You can see they were starting to sprout, so I just decided to put some in this to see what would happen. And what's happening is the birds come along and they dig up, and I've got squirrels what come and dig up stuff as well, so you know, it's just one of those things what you have to keep constantly fighting. So what I'm going to do, I've got these piles up here of compost, and I don't want to move this, and I'm going to be sieving this compost. This is old compost from all these pots and everything. I didn't plant nothing much out in the garden last year, but this year I've decided to just get everything tidied up and cleaned up, and then we'll get on with it. So I'm going to sift this dirt, fill up these, then when I get enough filled up I'm going to be filling up these potato buckets down here, and then getting some potatoes planted. Then what I've got left over, then I'll do at the allotment. So bear with us. If you're liking our videos, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. I do get back to you on them. So you just watch and see what happens, and watch the transformation as it takes place. Right everybody, so we've been hard at it. We've got one of these almost filled up. I'm going to be using that to get my potato buckets out of the way. And what I use in my garden as well, I've got bloodfish and bone. We always have a supply of those. Chicken manure pellets. I always make sure I've got a supply of those. And I've got some Epsom salt, which is the elixir one. Make sure that it's food grade. I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. It's not the powder one, you've got a powder one. And I usually use those in because this is old soil. You want to put some nutrients back into it and some energy back into it. So what I usually do with the potato buckets. I've got 4 here so far. I've got a few more dotted around, but I haven't emptied them out yet. You want to quarter fill it, which is about that much. So you just need about that much. So that's what you need in there. Step back over, and then what you do, you get some chicken manure pellets, about a handful, sprinkle it around. Let my cameraman come in a bit closer, because a lot of you've been asking what's the difference between planting potatoes in the ground and planting them in buckets and that. A lot of people's gone over to planting potatoes in buckets, a lot easier. Some people say you get more yield depending on what you do, because you've got to dig them up and everything, and all you got to do with these is just cut off the top and turn over the bucket. So bloodfish and bone, sprinkle over, and that's the only fertiliser what they're going to be getting for the season. Right, these are my potatoes. So let me get one. So these are my potatoes. You can see they're well chitted. So if you want small potatoes, let my cameraman come in more. What you do, all these little eyelets, you just pick these out. Then you just leave 2 growing roots on chits on there. And you just stick those in. That's if you want bigger potatoes, you take the eyes out and just leave 1 in there. So you make sure you go right in and dig them out properly. If you want, you can take off that one as well, and then that way you get bigger potatoes. So I'm just putting two in this bucket here, so you can see you've got 2 in there. And because I don't really like 2 bigger potatoes, I'm going to be putting 4 in here. So you just put 1 to each handle. And 1 to each side like that. So that's all you're going to be doing. Some of them would only have 1 chit on them already, so it's up to you if you want to plant them. But I look for the ones with the most chits on it first. These are Desiree. If I had a polytunnel now, we'll put these in a polytunnel, and maybe like in a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks, you see the top starting to come through. But out here now, don't know if we're going to have any more frost, so you put them down. Some people would half fill the buckets, but I fill my buckets right up to the top because I don't want to go back over it in the season and be topping it up again. So I'm going to top these ones up, then I'm going to sift some more dirt, get the rest planted. These are my onions. I'm going to be putting in the tubs. I've got reds, and I've got the turbos, which are the strong onions, the eye-watering ones. So that's what I'm going to be. So that's centurions and turbos. So what I'm going to do now, you just get your compost and just fill your bucket. And remember, if you put too much fertiliser in, all you're going to get is just top growth, and when you go for potatoes there's nothing there. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, so we're still at it. In there. These are, I've done 3 buckets already, so just carrying on. I think what I'm planting is Desiree and red, so what I'll do in these buckets I'll put two Coras and 2 Desirees, so I've got 4 in each one. That way when they come I've got a mixture of different potatoes. And what I might do, I've got another bucket, I might do a 1 potato bucket at home as well. The rest of the potatoes, what I've got left over now, I'll be taking to the allotment and doing them down there. So that's those. Got chicken manure pellets, bloodfish and bone, and a little bit of Epsom salt. So I'm going to just fill these ones up, then I'll be back with you and then get on to my onions. Right everybody, so I've got these 2 tubs. I think these ones are 80 litres, I think they are. The potato buckets are 30, so I think these are either 70 or 80 litres, something like that. Just putting some bloodfish and bone on the top, so that can sink down. Got some Epsom salt here, not Epsom salt, chicken manure pellet. These all take its time and go down. Right. And I've got the Epsom salt here. Can take off these gloves for now. So just sprinkling some Epsom salts. I mean, everybody uses a different fertiliser, but like I do use a liquid one which I haven't started yet, which I'm going to get started. So that's the chicken manure pellets, some bloodfish and bone and Epsom salt. So done that, I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everybody, so everybody's asking me why am I planting so many onions, because when they come to, I've got a friend what works in the hospital, so I always give them my cucumbers, extra courgettes what I grow, onions and whatever what I've got extra. They take it and use it for their kitchen, so they always got fresh stuff. So these are the onions. So what I'm going to do now is just plant them. Just push the, make sure you've got the tops facing up, and then I just push them in. I know most probably come out in the morning and they're all out, which is the squirrels or the birds. Make sure that when you put them in, you've got them the right way up. Today's really not a nice day, really nice and hot. So we're just putting them in randomly, not putting them in any pat or rows or patterns or anything like that. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got my onions in. As you can see, I just put them randomly. And then what I've got some brochure compost. Just going to put a light sprinkling on top. Don't want it too thick. Some people would put like a mulch or something on top, but this will do for now. Then I'll do this, and then I've got a couple more things to pot. What's going inside, the side staying inside for now, and then I'll show you that, and then that. So if you're liking our videos, what you're seeing, please remember like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. We will get back to you on them. So I'm going to do this and do the other one, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so covered my onions And what I've got in here now are some 2 Chayotes what I had from last year. Let's put the rest of that there for now. And as you can see, these was in my outdoor cupboard. I had them wrapped up in newspaper from last year, and as you can see, they're starting to, I took them out a week ago to get them rooted so I can get them started for when the allotment season comes now, they'll be ready. So I've got 2 pots here. These are going to go on, down up my allotment. I plant them so that the vines, this is a vining plant, so it's going to go over the trellis what I made. So this grows up and spreads out. So I've got 2, and what I'm going to do is put that in here like so, and put this one in here in the middle, just like that. Right, what I've also got, I've got some, these are called Eddoes, elephant ears, or some people call them dashing. Some people call them cocoa yams, but these, you can see, I've had these in my bathroom so that they stay moist. These like a lot of moisture, so you see they've started to sprout. I've got 4 of them, so I'm going to be putting them in these pots here. Then when they get a bit bigger and that and more rooted and established, I'm not sure if these pots are deep enough for them, but once they get established, I've got some big pots like that at the allotment. What I'm going to put these in, put 2 in each pot, so you see, oh, cameraman zoom in, see they're nicely starting to root and sprout. So that's what you want. Sometimes you go to the shop, you get them with a little sprout, so those are the ones to look out for. Or if they've got, I'll just put this one in here. Or sometimes you go to the shop and they'll have like the little side nodules on them like this. So you look out for them ones. Those are the ones what you know definitely going to grow. So I'm putting these in here. Don't know if that pot's deep enough. No, just swap over these pots. I'll put this one in a deeper pot. Put this one in there. That one's more shallow, and then put this one in there. Right, so that's those. These are going in my conservatory. And then what I've got in here, I don't know if anybody recognises what that is. This is, I think in English they call this lemongrass. We call it fever grass. Some people call it hay fever grass. So what this is, it's used in a lot of Chinese cooking. We use it, the green bits, we dry them and make tea with them. This came over from Jamaica, was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, and I put them straight in water, and I'll just take this out, show you what's going on. Put this here, and you can see they're nicely rooted. I'm not going to put all of them in here because I'm going to be putting them in a big tub like one of these, because these spread out like a grass and they send up thing, and then they grow like this. So that's a single plant, and then what happens is these send up like spread like a big clump. Then these get fatter, and then what the Chinese do, they slice these and use them in stir fry because they're inside is tender and that, so you can use these in stir fry cooking and that. So, but we use mostly in Jamaica, they use them to make tea. So one of my favourite teas. So gonna put a couple in here, then I'm gonna put the rest back in the jar because I'm gonna put them about 5 in a big tub, but I haven't got the space in my conservatory to put all of them, but I want to get them couple started. So once I take them, I just take the whole thing and put in a big pot and then we're good to go. So put those there for a sec. So I'm looking for the bigger ones. I need a bit of bamboo or something. Got a bit of thing here. Right, so this now, just gonna put that down. I'm not. I think these get very long roots. I'm not too sure on how long the roots get, but when they came, they were bare root. I trimmed them down, and this is a growth in 2 weeks, so they're a fast growing thing. So put that down there. And I'll put 2 of the big ones in here. As you can see, they're nicely rooted, all of them caught. Only one I think what never caught, but I think it's only this one here what never caught, but you can see give that another couple of weeks and that should be alright. Once you're growing them, make sure you change the water on them every couple of days. Change the water. So I'm looking for one what's got the biggest root, and then I'm putting that out on this side. So once I've go down the allotment now, I just separate these and then put them in the final pot. So I'm putting that right down, and then I'll cover that over. I'm going to fill up that pot in a minute. So those are the things that I've got to plant on now, which is the Eddoes, elephant ears, dashing, cocoa yam or yam, some fever grass, lemongrass. I know there's other names for it, but I'm not 100% sure on the names. And this we call this chocho. Some people call it chayote. There's a few different names for that as well, but this is a vining plant. This is a big tropical plant what gets the big leaves, and then this is grows in clumps. So when they grow, they're going to grow up in clumps like that, big long shoots. So hopefully there's somebody says that there's only one variety of this, but I want to spoil your myth. This is the Jamaican one. The Jamaican one is different from the Chinese one. The Chinese one is more fatter, and the Jamaican one is more the slimmer one, which is got a bit more pungency to it than the Chinese one. So bear that in mind. Got a few roots here, I don't know. Don't know if I can post these out, but I'll see I'll see later on if these, I know some of them's catching on and some of them haven't, so I might have a few left over. So let me know if you want one. I'll send you one. I don't know if how well it'll post or if it'll keep through the postal system. So want to plant 2 buckets down the allotment, so I'm going to be putting about 3 in one of these big tubs like this. So put these back in here. Making sure all the roots are touching the water. Might have to change the water on. Might have to change the water on that when I get inside. So these now, all I'm going to be doing now is just topping these up. And then putting them in my conservatory. Make sure you leave the stalk out so that it can catch the light, and then that should root in a couple of weeks. That should be rooted. This one pot is squashed because I've got this in there. Might take that out actually because it's squashing this pot. Right, so I'm going to fill these in and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so we've got everything put into place. This maybe not what some's going to go over here when I clear that area. I haven't got to it yet. When you come out in your garden and that, I know some people want to see everything done one time, but just take your time. Don't try to rush everything and do everything in one go. So got everything planted up, as you can see. Those are going inside. I just got to put some water in them. Remember, your Eddoes love water. All those are plants that like water, and once I plant out the Chayotes, they like a lot of like manure, organic matter and that sort of stuff. So you'll see as we progress throughout the year. So I hope everybody's got their things started, your onions and your potatoes started, your broad beans, your spinach, your brassicas, your lettuces, all those things you can start now. And then at the end of next month now, you can start putting things out. The weather we've been having, I know a lot of people get tempted to put things out, but you know what our weather is like already. We always get a late frost. So once that passes, then I'll start planting everything out at the allotment and there. I want to thank those subscribers who's contributed to the channel. Thanks a lot for that, it really helps. We've been able to get a few bits and pieces like watering can, the sieve what you saw us use. I've got some poly pipe in there inside what I'm going to be taking down the allotment. Various things you've helped us to get, and I've still got some things on the way. So thanks for your contributions. We really appreciate it, me and my cameraman. Sometimes we get contributions and we don't notice because I don't always log into my PayPal, so it's only when I log in sometime, or if it comes up on my mail, because I get a lot of mail as well. I just flick through and see the ones what I need, but it's telling me that I need to pay more attention now. So thanks for everything. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. We will get back to you on them. That's one of our aims, is to help everybody along. We're all here to learn from each other and help each other along. Someone's always asking about negative comments and that. I haven't seen any come up on YouTube, but we do get them on other things. But all I can say is thank you for watching, because if you wasn't watching, you wouldn't be able to leave nothing. So Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care until then.